Okay, welcome back. Let's talk about gold and crypto. Why aren't I diversifying into those two assets? Um, well, gold is like any other asset, be it real estate or stocks. Except gold, unlike real estate that you can rent out and own and touch and see and feel, gold. I mean, I'm not going to go into physical gold, obviously, because we live in New York City, and I don't want my house to become a liability. You know, I've had my houses burglarized before, so I definitely don't want burglars coming in and finding tons of gold. That's just a huge liability. But if I buy shares of gold, like as an ETF, well, then it's really no different than buying shares of any other stock or index. However, gold prices just they go up and down like any other asset. But when you buy the stock of a company, the company is actually producing something. Aside from the price going up and down, and generally up, the company is actually producing something. It's making a product. It's offering a service, etc. Gold just kind of sits there, right? So in that regard, I don't, yeah, it kind of sort of occasionally moves counter to what stocks do, but I'm in it for the long haul, and if you're in gold for the long haul, then holding gold is really no different. There's no, for me, there's no benefit or advantage over any other stock, and it is the disadvantage is that gold just sits there and doesn't produce anything, doesn't produce a dividend, it doesn't make a product, you know, it can't house anybody like real estate. And and also, what do I have against crypto? Well, unlike gold, which it's actually a thing that you're buying, right? It's a thing. It's definitely a thing that you're buying. You can touch it, you can feel it. Somewhere out there, there's this piece of gold that you bought a piece of. Crypto is a piece of nothing. Like it's literally a piece of vacuum that you're buying. That somebody says it's worth $90,000 tomorrow, maybe worth 100, or maybe worth 80. Who knows? But at this point, had I gotten in way early when it was pennies, yeah, I would have made trillions of dollars. But at this point, holding crypto is like holding any other index, or excuse me, holding any other individual stock that's quite volatile. So I don't see an advantage to crypto at this point. So why do I want why would I want a piece of nothing when I can have actually a piece of an actual company or a piece of an actual piece of real estate or even a piece of gold? It's actually a piece of gold there. Crypto is a piece of vacuum in space that somebody says is worth $90,000, and I'm just not into that, you know. But that's my personal opinion, and plenty of people out there trading this and making money. But you can also trade tulip bulbs like the Dutch did a few hundred years ago and make each tulip bulb was like the price of a house because people said that bulb is worth $1 million. If enough people believe it, then it's worth $1 million until it's not. So but that's just my personal feelings on holding gold and holding crypto. So and reasons why we don't do either. But between gold and crypto, I would definitely, me being um, what do you call more a little more conservative, I would definitely go toward the gold as a hedge, if anything. All right, talk to you next time.